Right, good evening everyone. Welcome to this Executive Cabinet meeting of Chorley Council. I've got apologies for absence from Margaret France and Alex Hilton, is that correct? Yep. Nobody else? No. We've got a couple of people online, so we will crack on. The first item of business is any declarations of interest. Has anybody got any interest to declare? No. Thank you, Councillor Murray. Very keen. Second item is the minutes of the meeting dated the 27th of November 2025. Is there any comments, questions or queries on those minutes? No? Good. In that case, I will propose that they're taken as a record. Can somebody second that, please? Thank you, Councillor Murray. All those in favour, please show. Thank you. Excellent. Right, they're carried. Any public questions, Nina?
None received, Chair.
Good. And therefore we come on to the first item of business proper, while he gets his agenda up and running properly, bear with me, is the Astley Hall West Wing renovations contractor appointment, which, as you can see from the papers, detailed on pages 13 to 28. The recommendations are to appoint Bullens Conservation Limited under a JCT minor works contract at a contract value of 394,000 and a bit to get on with the work to the West Wing, and it's to improve and increase in the existing capital scheme project to the value of 155,000, including 10% contingency. So obviously Bullens were selected through a competitive tender process conducted under our normal requirements. But as the report outlines, the works that are to be undertaken, which is detailed in paragraph 11, to essential works around repair of the timber frame, removal of cement infill panels, replacement with lime mortar, and repairs to lead work and windows. We only had the one tenderer, which was Bullens. They are experts at what they do, and therefore they are, if you like, in the prime position to win this work. They've done lots of work at Astley Hall previously because they are experts at heritage and restorative brickwork in particular, and therefore what we had to do as a result of being the only tenderer was to benchmark their procurement against other costs that have been received across the sector. That's been done. It is a compliant bid. Obviously we'd like more competition, but we can't dictate the market. We have to just look at what we're getting as value for money for the council. Also, it details in paragraph 15 and 14 around the grant we've got from the Wolfson Foundation, which does have to be spent within 2 years. So to go out to re-tender, etc., would start to put some of that money in jeopardy because we have to get on with this work. It also details in paragraph 18 the scoring matrix that was used around social value, etc., and the quality score that was achieved by the successful tenderer, and the quality and social value are detailed in quite a lot of detail in paragraph 20, particularly around the social value scoring and the benefits that the council will accrue from that social value that comes back as part of the contract. So, to summarise, we have a compliant tender for the work, we have a contractor who's a specialist in doing that kind of work, we have a grant that we have the council has obtained that will run out at a certain point in time. So the proposal is that we get on with doing the work and to formalise the contract award based on all of the above that I have detailed. Questions, comments, confusion? Everybody's quiet, can't see any hands up online. Everybody seems happy. On that basis then, I'm proposing that the recommendations in paragraphs 2, 3 and 4 are accepted. Happy to second that. Councillor Law, thank you. All those in favour, please show. Good, that's approved. Take a breath. Item 5, Councillor Adrian Lowe and the Lancashire Local Nature Recovery Strategy publication approval.
Thank you, Chair. The purpose of the report is to approve the publication of the Nature Recovery Strategy prior to LCC submitting the document to the Secretary of State for publication on the 16th of January. Members will know that it's a statutory document introduced by the Environment Act of 2021, LCC have been working to produce this document ever since June 2023. Officers from this council, along with all the local authorities in Lancashire, have been involved in the working of this, the drawing up of this strategy. So basically, that the Secretary of State has appointed Lancashire County Council as the responsible authority. We, as a district council, are the supporting authority. If your members go to paragraph 19 onwards, we've fulfilled our supporting, our role as a supporting authority by working closely in developing this strategy. Paragraph 21 of the report says that we were consulted as members on the draft strategy. So basically the recommendation, Chair, is that we approve the strategy for publication by Lancashire County Council.
Thank you, Councillor Lowe. Any questions or comments on that report and that proposal? No, I can't see any. It's a very detailed report. So the recommendation is paragraph 2, as made by Councillor Lowe. Is that seconded by somebody? Thank you, Councillor Howarth. All those in favour, please show. Good stuff. Thank you. Councillor Lowe can now carry on with these environmental stuff and the approval of the climate change strategy.
Thank you, Chair, and this document is less bulky than the previous item, but the purpose of the report is to review the climate change strategy from 25 to 30, along with supporting documents. Members will recollect that we currently have a climate change strategy that ran from 22 to 24. This strategy presented for approval this evening is an updated strategy and action plan. Paragraph 12 of the report says that following on from the previous climate change strategy, the updated approach takes into account evolving local and national priorities. It has 5 overarching strategic objectives and 7 priority areas. The climate strategy is Appendix 1 of the report. It has gone through the climate change working group, and paragraph 20 of the report says that the strategy action plan has a total of 43 actions with 7 corresponding priorities. Members of Cabinet are asked to approve the strategy for 25 to 30 for implementation and publication, along with the supporting documents.
Thank you, Councillor Lowe. Any questions or comments on that report? No? Sorry, Councillor Wilson.
That's all right. I presume on page 413, on the penultimate paragraph under the title Strategic Direction, Purpose and Framework, that we are thriving to reach our ambitious goal of net zero rather than thriving. Just a little typo.
Where? The overarching goal
Page
is
415. Third paragraph down.
You're right, Councillor Wilson. I'm glad that you've read the strategy.
Just to prove I've
It'll
read
be,
it.
amended.
And then the second point is
Right, yes.
on page 415, we have a number of aims of climate change, of tackling climate change, which are all very, very good. But I am intrigued by how reducing CO2 emissions benefits mental health. Could that one be explained to me?
I'm quite happy offline to explain that, Councillor Wilson. But in terms of, I think overall, I think what I have to say about the strategy, it's a pragmatic strategy to actually be adopted.
On a serious note, I think I mean that in all seriousness when I said they're very, very good. The measures are good, and they are actually proactive things that we can do that do make a difference in local areas. I just think sometimes things get dropped into sentences. We get a bit carried away and over keen to prove that everything can affect and impact on everything, and sometimes I don't think it can.
No, and just following on the point you're making, in all seriousness, it also is beneficial, apart from this climate change strategy, if there's a coordinated approach to make sure that we enjoy the tranquility of green open spaces that has an impact on mental health.
Come on, Councillor Law, you can find a connection between...
I've yet to find a medical connection between a reduction in CO2 emissions and in an individual's mental health. When that's proven and shown, I'll be delighted, and we should include it in the report. But until that moment, it is an over-egged claim.
Put it in an S and take out the mental.
That's right.
In all seriousness, Chair, that's the good thing about that it's having for discussion at this cabinet meeting. So it's a working document and it can be amended and will be, Chair. And I thank Councillor Wilson for his positive contribution.
Unless there is a thesis somewhere that links the two things together. At which point, Councillor Law will be back on you.
I stand to be corrected.
Okay, good stuff. And as a member of the Climate Change Working Group, it was examined rigorously at the Climate Change Working Group, and thanks to the officers who put that report together, because we considered lots of variations on a theme, I think is the best way of putting it, in terms of getting to the right answer, which there was a consensus about. Any other comments or questions on that report that anybody's got? I can't see any. So we are asked to approve the recommendation in paragraph 2, as outlined by Councillor Lowe. Seconder, please. Councillor Wilson seconding it with amendments. All those in favour, please show. Thank you. Good stuff. Right, we have to vote to exclude the public and press. If so, thank you. Moved, seconded. Thank you, Councillor Murray. All those in favour, please show. Good. Right, follow the process. Can we exclude the public and